good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Salem by Night Chronicle. I am the Ravnos Archon. My name is Will, and I'll be your storyteller this evening. And last, we left off with our Camarilla crew. We had a special guest in Andreas Barker, who sat down with the crew to let them know some of the information that has been slipping by and securing different things. But honestly, the episode after that, our Camarilla crew got to sit in with our Anarch group and finally meet Melvin, Erickson Wood, and I think solidify all the threads that were just kind of frayed and loose in the wind. And now there is a much stronger idea of how to move forward, given that most theories have been solidified into actual proofs. And those that were too out of hand or extreme have been put to rest or have been put to the back burner, more or less. We did discover that both groups have somebody that immediately needs to be gagged sometimes when political chatter is being had, because there's people out here showing their feet for free on OnlyFans. So. But it's an interesting dichotomy to see the two groups sharing traits and strengths and weaknesses. And this episode is a little bit special because we have a special guest with us tonight who will be arriving in a dramatically appropriate time. But it is good to see all your faces again. It has been quite a while.
Yes.
So it has been. I'm going to give you guys about a half hour after Melvin and his crew have left. Billy mentioned that he saw them talking outside by their van, and that something happened once Andreas Barker showed up that made Erickson blink literally from the van to the payphone down the street. He told you that after a phone call that they drove off, all of them have driven off in the van, and that Andreas's ghoul has kind of stuck around by the payphone waiting for somebody to pick up the bike that Mr. Parker has left behind. But you guys are going to get a half hour to chat amongst yourselves before Manny Garza and Otis King show up. The dance nocturne. I turn the table over to you guys.
All right. Well, we've got about a half an hour. So we need to figure out what we're going to talk to Otis about.
Agreed. Yeah, this should, now that we've gotten all this new confirmation and information.
Yeah.
It's been quite a revelatory evening so far.
It really has. So Hyde took out Geraldine, like, by his own hand.
That's what's looking like. Yeah.
No, if we believe Melvin.
Yeah, it was just.
Yeah.
Step of words, but yes, I agree.
However, what he saw was staking.
That's true. We don't know if she's alive.
Yeah.
Truly. Or not, or unalive, as it were.
Well, we can assume that if she is alive, she would have made some type of move to signal something.
Well,
not if she's staked.
Yeah, she's staked in a fucking basement coffin somewhere, or at a wall.
You know about that, right? What staking does? Okay. So if he wanted plausible deniability, did you kill her? No. Right, I didn't kill her.
You would register as truth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It would.
Mm.
So, Kathy, I'm still not quite sure where your position with Otis is. Did you say you were going to join them, or did you not?
Like, she takes a minute. She tries to remember because it's been a bit. And she's like, I think I did. I
But
didn't
then
sign anything.
But then you did something to piss off Coulson?
Was it Coulson? I know. I think it was actually Otis King. Oh, it was Coulson. Yeah,
was
yeah.
Coulson.
It was that dude. Oh, I know that. I'm playing Kathy.
Or convincing Adam.
Sorry. So like she sits there, she's like, yeah. It was that dude, Coulson. No, yes. Yes. And Manny told me that if I wanted to leave intact, that I needed to leave now. I didn't get to sign their blood pact saying that I'm joining their cult. That I know for a fact.
They wanted you to sign?
A blood pact?
Yeah. They asked me if I was going to join their. She waves her hand in the air. Cult. And they said that they would get in touch with Tulip if I said yes, and I said fuck it, and then I think I pissed somebody off. So kind of an average night in Kathy's world.
Okay.
Well, when we say cult, are we talking like an actual cult, or are you just being facetious?
Facetious.
Okay, just making sure.
She looks right at you and crosses her legs. Facetious. What I'm saying is I don't really know where I stand. What I do know is that they have something in the makes with the Nosferatu, and then she does like this little hand thing.
All right, just checking. There's already too much Sabat connection here for my tastes. To start with,
I don't
so
think they know that Teddy's Savat.
no,
Teddy.
but with Grant being ex Sabat or whatever, it's and too many Zamitzi already popping in and out. It's starting to get a little tainted around that area.
Yeah, if any of us are cult, it's the Sabbats, so.
Right, that's what worried me when she said cult.
Yeah. So,
But Manny, like always,
do
was such a
you
wonderful
feel
person.
like you are supporting Otis now?
I am supporting my clan? And she looks you dead in the eye. And if my clan is supporting him, like I've said before, I will follow where Tulip goes. I always have, and I always will. So, until she reveals her intentions to me, that is the direction in which I was told to head.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Carl?
Well, when we were speaking with Melvin and a lot, they were still pretty. It seemed to me like we were all agreeing that it's probably best for us to stay, not an open revolt, or stay in the tower and not declare anything yet, because there's still too many moving parts that we don't know enough about.
There's also no benefit in revolting as this current moment because we don't have enough power.
Right.
That's what
Precisely.
the feeling I was getting.
Yeah, until we
and I'm not particularly saying
know a few more things.
The Camarilla itself, just this particular prince, with all the bullshit that he's been pulling.
Yeah.
I don't like him anymore. I like him even less than we used to. So.
I fucking hate him.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you guys actually like him at any given point?
No. I was just
but it's just gotten worse and worse. Yeah. Anyway.
Got you.
Oh,
now that
time for
she knows he took out Geraldine.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and Catherine isn't fair. We don't know exactly if she's taken out. What we do know is that she's gone, and we know that he has a part to play.
Well, yeah, he removed her if nothing else. Like, he's planted her and, possibly has her captured.
Yes.
But Will, sorry for the time. We never adjusted. I still have that stain from pouring the acid in the guy's mouth.
Yep, still the same night.
It's still the same night. Okay, I didn't know we needed to resolve that or not. Okay. Just making sure.
You gotta live with that.
So you can have more now.
Yeah. All right, just wanted to make sure. I had it in my notes, and before I forgot.
No, I get you.
All right. So if that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna kind of play spy.
Yeah, basically.
We're not good at that game.
I've been really trying to play it too hard yet. We've been mostly just asking questions.
Yeah. One thing we have to be careful of is what we tell people now.
Yes.
And who we tell what. Can you do that, guys?
I'm going to let you talk. That's my plan, basically.
I think it's time to mention something. And Kathy kind of like shifts uncomfortably. I have made friends.
Divine.
Very close friends to the prince. And I've been visiting them on is it a weekly basis, Will? I can't remember if it's a weekly or bi-weekly.
I would say like at least 2 times a week.
I've been visiting them quite frequently. So if we do plan on saying anything, I am going to let you know you might hear things that are not necessarily true, because I'm trying to get information from the other side of the coterie, Alcavians and things like that. And there's definitely something weird going on, because the book that they had didn't have one of the vampires in it that I've come to trust. And she's a little cockadoodle of all different kinds of weird nonsense. She has memory problems. So I'm just gonna let you know that right now.
And you're talking about the book that we got that had all the havens and such in it?
Yes. She's not mentioned at all in there, and considering she's under one of the vampires that is mentioned in there.
Well, not everybody's mentioned in there.
She would have been. I'm pretty confident in that thought. Because she's very close to this person. But it's a secret I still want to keep, because I don't know exactly what it will yield yet. But I'm just letting you know that if you do hear some things, I would like to not, be tested for my loyalty again. But it might be, just, and then she like kind of nods. You'll see.
Okay, good to know.
Okay.
I'm not surprised you've been hanging out with Malkies. They seem to be in your range of friends.
It's not the Malkies, more so than the Siren I'm interested in. So.
Also, there seems to be a visitor here. An invisible visitor. Does that also have to do with you? He seems to be following you.
If I were to roll a bluff check, what would that be, Will? I would like to know.
Well then, coming out the gate, it's probably gonna be either manipulation or charisma, depending on what angle you want to take, and then it's gonna be subterfuge.
All right, so
and me to counter that.
For you to counter that would be wits and insight.
All right, so
wits, insight, and aspects.
Oh.
Okay, I have a question. You said it was either a charisma, manipulation. No, charisma or what?
Charisma or manipulation, but either one of those would be tied to subterfuge.
Ooh, 2 dice. Oh, this is gonna be really poorly done.
No, I don't think aspects would help you with this.
You don't?
Not for body language.
Okay.
All right. Don't matter. I got a 1 and a 2. Okay. It don't matter.
Which one was the one on?
Oh.
Red die, which is technically my hunger die tonight.
Okay.
Oh.
No fun.
I touched a nerve. Touched a nerve.
I mean, that would make sense.
I roll too.
It would.
Well.
Let's find out.
Let's see how bad this ends up, because I got two tens and a 1, and one of the tens is the hunger dice. Fun.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Great.
I got a 10 and a 9.
Okay. So both of you can tell that she's faking it. However,
Wait, but is he in the room right now too? Also,
Carl, yeah, all three of you are together.
No.
The ghost boy.
brother.
Oh,
My
no.
brother.
No.
Okay, good, because I don't want to hear the horrible things I'm about to say. Okay, so Kathy looks right at Ivory and she goes, "What? What are you talking? I don't know what you're talking about at all."
So, before we keep going, because you did roll a 1, and so you have what's called a bestial failure.
Whew.
And there's different things that can happen during a bestial failure. One of my favorite is activating a clan compulsion.
What is that?
Well, every clan has a kind of compulsion that is buried deep in their physiology, in the magic of the bloodline itself. And every clan is different. The Nosferatu compulsion is one of the not necessarily difficult ones, but it's definitely an interesting one given who Kathy is, because the Nosferatu compulsion is cryptophilia. The need to know permeates the vampire. They become consumed with the hunger for secrets, to know that which few or no one knows, almost as strong as that for blood. They also refuse to share secrets with others, except in strict trade for greater ones. All actions not spent working towards learning a secret, no matter how big or small, receive a 2-die penalty. The compulsion ends when the vampire learns a secret big enough to be considered useful. Sharing this secret is optional.
I am so sorry, Julio.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Yeah. So what happened with the demon, actually, I think.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, Julio.
Yes.
I love you. Just know that I love you. I'm sorry.
So the moment that you try to weasel your way out of answering any of their questions, your cryptophilia kicks in hard. Hyperfixation mode.
And that would look like me constantly asking questions and trying to figure out information.
However you want it to look.
Ooh.
But
Okay.
you're in it now, BB.
Ooh. But yeah, she's like, nah, why? What do you want to know? What do you want to know? What do you got? What do you got?
Just noticed something odd and wanted to make sure that it was not something we had to worry about.
Do you have something to worry about? I mean, do you have something to worry about?
I think we all kind of do.
Like what?
Like everything that's going on in this city?
And it just seems like this big place is the hub of information. Why are people still coming here to get all this information that we're trying not to share? I find it particular. Is there something you know that I don't? Fuck. Oh, this is good. Great.
Don't think so. I think you're the one that's been keeping the secrets, but okay.
No,
Moving on.
Yeah. She starts to sweat a little bit. Yeah, totally moving on. Yeah, no, I don't know nothing. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's just so what happens next?
Otis is going to be here in about,
Well, you
10 minutes or so?
You don't know that Otis is coming.
We don't?
Oh,
we invited him.
You invited him for a meeting at some point.
Yeah, I thought we had a specific time.
Did you have a specific time? Did you give him a specific time?
I thought we did.
Okay.
I thought so.
Then we'll say you're expecting him then.
Okay.
Great.
All right. So
I'm gonna die.
All
right. So what are we going to tell Otis?
Yeah, that wasn't suspicious.
What do you want to tell Otis?
Okay.
What things are we willing to? First of all, I guess, do we want to tell him that we're going to work with him, but
No.
from the other side?
No. That sounds like way too much power, and I don't want to give that up just yet. I think if we're going to start working as spies, we should definitely start considering that everyone's the enemy but our own.
Okay, so we're not backing him.
Takes a minute.
We don't want to be without anybody.
I don't feel comfortable backing someone that I don't fully know what they're hiding.
Okay.
Definitely we're talking about. And I think we should get more information.
So the enemy of my enemy
is my friend.
No, it's my enemy right now.
Well,
but I think we need more information. And in fact, I think that we should
So do we need something? Do we need to have him offer us something to do this? Is that what we're going to work towards?
Are we in power enough to make a trade like that?
We know some stuff.
Yeah, we have a buttload of information.
We know some stuff. We're also in a position where we can get information from other people.
Ooh.
Because I can talk to my clan, and my primogen is in with Hyde, like gangbusters. And I just made a connection with, his guy. So
your clan knows that you're running with the Nosferatu, and the Nosferatu are not really kind of hip with everybody right now. I don't think anyone's going to give us information, honestly.
They already have. They don't know that you're a part of it.
What information did they already give you?
What was that one?
Is Kathy like leaning in?
Yeah, like I'm trying to roleplay. I don't have.
No. I saw it. I'm just like, this is
when she went off on her tangent, right?
This is unlike Kathy behavior.
I don't remember if we actually told her.
That you
It might not have happened.
Yeah, this is.
And now I'm trying to remember what we learned from him.
Yeah, that's right. This is Kathy. Yeah, this is what happened when she was gone.
What?
Yeah.
What did your person tell you? That is such great information that I'm unaware of. No.
Well, we haven't really had a chance to talk to you. Things have been a little crazy.
I live here.
Yes, this happened like yesterday. When you stomped off and didn't. Yeah.
You stomped off.
I stomp off? I can't remember. It's been so long.
You do.
Yeah. When tried to get the blood. Anyway.
Oh, yes.
No, she didn't say that. I'm reminding you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What information? Do you remember, Carl, which information we got from Davies?
Good question. Hold on.
Go through that legal pad.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
It was like I can't remember now.
We definitely saw. He invited us to that place where we saw the page potentially from the book of your.
Yeah, I know you're interested in that one. You could tell her about that. That might do it.
Sure.
Do you want to trust Nosferatu with information about the Arsais fragments?
What's the Arsais fragment? What is that?
You don't worry about that.
or whatever. Yeah. This guy had a bunch of cool artifacts in his care. Potential vampire history stuff.
Yeah. Now he's the one who told. I remember he's the one who told us that it was the Second Inquisition that took out Geraldine.
Yes.
So that's an interesting thing.
Yeah, but I know
because
that already.
we know, but
Here we go. Talk to Davies.
yeah, but
Wesley Ingar was there briefly. There was a glass briefcase, a vacuum sealed that had that paper from the journal with different handwritten notes.
yeah, there was a bunch of things right in between that.
Yeah. Listen, you asked what the notes I wrote.
Fair.
I'll see.
Yeah, I think we talked to him about Geraldine. I think we mentioned the did we mention that? Did we mention the Archon? I don't think, maybe we didn't.
Not to him.
Yeah.
This is relevant information. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Anyway, but I have a contact with him now. So I can use him to maybe find out. He's supposed to be the one keeping the secrets now. I don't think he's very good at it. But
well, the flow of information, yeah.
Yeah. And we need to So, I mean, we do know people. And, I mean, Carl's got his primogen who's talking to him and telling him things.
Yeah, do you know what's happening when I tried to say that the primogens are talking to us? The information that we're getting is not that extensive.
But sometimes what you don't get is more important than what you do. We know that Davies lied to us, or at least that's what he thinks happened because he was told that. Right. So you can trace back the information and find out things and see who actually knows stuff and who doesn't. That's important. So
not when we're about to meet with Otis King. The things that we don't know are the things that trace back is not what he's looking for. If you remember, he's looking for a solid hold so that he can rise. He was looking for dirt.
Yes, I know. And that's interesting because he asked us to find dirt on Grant Reynolds. However,
he's bringing him to the table.
So what's with that?
Exactly. So that's kind of the question that I'm trying to pose here is the information we have, is it actually relevant and accurate? Because I don't think it is anymore. I think, in fact, we're the ones trying to keep up. And the problem with trying to keep up is I don't think we have the holds that we think we do.
There's a knock.
I'm not sure of that.
There's a knock on the door, and Billy sticks his head in. Ma'am, Otis King and his boy are downstairs.
I'll speak of the devil.
Can you show him to the Parisian, please?
Ooh, can I go offuscate?
Do you want?
Go, poof.
Of course you can.
Are you going to spy on them as we let them sit there for a moment? See if they say anything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. That sounds like a plan.
Okay. Go ahead and roll one die for your rouse check then. Let's see what happens.
An 8.
An 8? Damn it. I was hoping that you would continue rolling low. You managed to pull on the shadows in that very familiar way that you've gotten used to. It's almost becoming reflexive for you at this point. And once you get outside that nobody's looking at you, you vanish pretty much into thin air. And as you're following Billy, unbeknownst to him, you feel that cold air around you.
Yay! He's back!
You just
hear... the minute I start to feel it.
Yeah, you just hear, what are we doing? Where are we going?
We're gonna go play spy. We gotta spy on these people and get as much information.
Any vocalization will break your obfuscate.
You're 100%. I point. If he can see me, I point to the door. I make like a walking with my finger. Literally, this is me, out of character. I'm like,
yeah. This is the portion of the game where we get to see the Jesse Jane Goodall hour.
So
Apple.
I'm like this. Right?
Amy Apple.
Pretty much. What I would like to do is kind of like get outside and just kind of hear any type of conversation that's coming in.
Yep.
Any tidbits of information.
Yeah. You'll see Billy leading Otis King and Manny to the Parisian room, and Otis is dressed as he's usually been dressed. He's got his slacks. He's got his nice kind of not penny loafers, but definitely a nicer pair of what look to be leather shoes. He's got his business shirt with the sleeves rolled up. His vest is done up except for the last button. You can see the little chain from the fob watch that he has going from one pocket to the other. His hair is in that familiar kind of firework of an explosion of gray and white that has been tied back. And he looks a little worse for wear from the last couple times that you've seen him. How is Manny dressed today? What mood is striking Manny tonight?
I'm thinking Manny's very much the usual, bootcut jeans, cowboy boots, big old buckle, white t-shirt underneath a Hawaiian shirt, and aviators at
Perfect.
night.
Perfect. You're being led to a rather nice portion of the second story of this club that is set to open towards New Year's. Outside, you saw some police tape, some chalk outlines, and what looks to have been a shattered window. The gentleman that is leading you upstairs, has Susan introduced them to Billy as her ghoul?
Introduce who?
Otis and Manny to Billy as her ghoul? Or is he just
No,
servant?
I don't think so.
So you know him as Joe Schmo, seems to work here. Continues to refer to Ivory as Miss Larson. But he leads you into the room and he's just like, all right, so you guys want anything? I can't really offer you any blood because we don't got any of that on hand. But like I think you people like to smell things when you was alive. You got some bottles open. I can pour you something to drink. You can smell it. You let me know. I'm just down the hall. Otis will look at you with a smile. Or we leave West Salem. Unless I want to.
My feelings exactly, Hefe.
Nice place, though.
Hey, looks like they had a party. Didn't invite us.
By the way, there's some jazz music playing in the background.
Okay.
One of the artists that she saw that he had.
How's the room furnished?
Ivory, how is the Parisian set up right now?
It is a very upscale looking, has curtains on all the walls. It's done in reds and dark woods. It has a feel of like a lounge, like a jazz lounge kind of thing. There's a picture in local gossip, but basically it's a very smaller room on the upper floor. You noticed when you came in, there was a much larger room that could be used for larger things, but this is a very intimate space.
All right, so Manny's gonna plop himself on one of the couches, kick one leg over an armrest, and pull out his bag of meat
Bag of meat.
and start having a snack.
Yeah. You see that Otis is standing in front of the picture, his hands behind his back, and you can just see that his fingers just kind of like tapping his palm to the rhythm of the jazz beat. You definitely know that this is something he is listening to.
Question:
See?
How did they get here?
You imagine that they got here in a car. You got to them as they were already inside the club and being led up by Billy.
Is the car still outside?
Probably.
I'm gonna kind of like schmooze away downstairs and try to see what I can open in the car and if there's anything in the car I can find.
Okay. Manny, what kind of car would Otis be driving?
At the moment,
Has he still got that whale of a Plymouth?
absolutely.
Okay.
And there's no way we would take my car to like a business meeting. So
Since you drove, what do you think is in the cassette player? What do you think is in the glove box? When was the last time that Otis drove the car, do you think?
considering the circumstances, not in a while. I'm thinking cassette player, some Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Perfect.
In the glove box, more bags of meat. And yeah, just like the random assortment of stuff they usually find on a glove box.
A second pair of aviators.
For emergencies.
There's not much. The car looks to be really well taken care of. It's an older model. Maybe early 70s. It looks like at one point it could have been a family car. But it has long since not seen the touch of children or a family like unit.
When you open the glove box, I don't know if they would have it back then. Registration and things like that, would it still be in there?
Nope.
No.
No registration?
There's no paperwork. Not even the owner's manual is in the glove box. Just 3 bags of what look to be cut up organs. A handful of sporks. A pair of chopsticks, of wooden chopsticks, that look to have been used and then re-put in that little sleeve, put back in that same sleeve. A pair
Under the seat?
No, like in the glove box.
Okay.
A pair of aviators, a pair of broken aviators, and I would say 2 or 3 other cassettes, 1 jazz for sure. And what else do you think Manny would have snuck into the car? Listen to.
Oh, most definitely some like Benny Moré and stuff like that.
Yep.
And at least 1 gun.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Saturday Night Special or something like packet like a 357.
Yeah, like a big revolver of some sort somewhere.
Cool. That's what she takes.
Okay.
And then she quietly shuts the door and heads back up.
Okay.
Is that enough of a secret?
Oh. But now I have a gun.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Just like John McClane.
No. I was going to say that. Yeah, hell ho ho. Now I have a machine gun too.
Yep. But yeah, how long are you gonna let Otis and Manny stew?
Not too long. Don't want to push that too much. But real fast. So I think the things that are of interest to him are the photograph of Grant Reynolds, the stuff about the Archon, and the information about Geraldine. Those are the things that I'm thinking. Can you think of anything else?
I wouldn't give any information. Well,
you're not there.
Yeah.
It took me a minute to realize this isn't out of character. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's for Carl.
Yeah, I think those three things work. Obviously, we should get stuff in for him, but see what he knows.
Well, yes, I'm not saying we're going to give him that stuff, but those are the things that I think would be of interest to him.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Shall we?
Yes, let's. You do the talking.
So she will go in and she will leave the door open in a Kathy-sized, because she doesn't know exactly where Kathy is.
Correct.
So she wants to leave like the door ajar enough so that Kathy could get in and out if need be.
Okay. So you will walk into the Parisian. You see that Manny is splayed out on the couch. Otis is admiring the picture. And as the door opens, he turns around and you can see that he very, very plainly forces a smile. Like he looks like he's been beaten. And not like physically, like he just looks drained and he's just kind of like putting his best face forward. And he smiles as you enter and he steps forward to greet you guys.
Mr. King,
Miss
thank
Larson.
you for coming.
No, thank you for having
And
us.
she will actually reach out a hand.
He shakes it. And he motions to Manny. You know Mr. Garza?
Mr. Garza?
Take her hand, kiss it, enchanted.
Always.
I know that we were supposed to meet for a little bit of a tit for tat, and I hope that I don't ruin the mood by starting with what have you heard from Chicago? I've not had any of my inquiries responded to.
Oh, really? As in, like, all of Chicago? Or certain...
The avenues that I would want to allow access to Salem. In particular, what do you know of the name Kevin Jackson?
I don't know. Does she know that name?
Blanket, I don't know either.
I mean, I know that name.
We can establish right now whatever you want. So, given Ivory's past, it's not too hard to say that she would have spent some time in New York. She would have spent some time in Chicago. It's up to you to kind of figure out how much you want Ivory to know about the tower and specifically like names of different cities like Chicago or New York.
Well, according to my yes, no dice, yes, I know who Kevin Jackson is.
Okay.
Nice.
I've heard the name. Is he actually the prince in Chicago?
He is
right now?
not right now.
Not right now. Okay.
Right now. As far as Ivory would know, when was the last time you think you would have checked in on your sire?
Is he there? I thought he was in Paris.
Well, no, he's in Paris, but he also still keeps ties.
Right. Okay. Considering what she's doing, probably every couple of weeks, trying to
Okay. So Ivory would have known that at the end of the summer, the Primogen and Prince Loden were tricked, and a pack of Guru lupines descended on them. And apparently, Loden was killed and has gone in, and the ensuing chaos has forced everyone to kind of figure out what to do with the power vacuum. Kevin Jackson is the name floated around um, as being the one that's bringing everybody together.
I've heard the name.
My sources have told me that the tower is in disarray. More and more cities are toppling. Sasha Vikos is on the west coast, and Simitsi are infiltrating our echelons.
I see.
I
That does not sound like a good thing.
I believe you had a run-in with one of them.
We did.
An infiltrator calling himself Teddy.
Oh, Teddy. We met him briefly a few weeks back.
Oh, the minute that name gets head, like whatever I was doing, like because I was trying to the thing that I was telling you about to Manny that I was trying to do, I like stop mid. I just stay very still, and I'm like right over him.
Okay.
Oh, but let me give you the rolls.
Yes. Manny, let's use some of that that halfway decent dice pool. Let's have you roll 7 dice for this. As to answer your question, Jesse, you can use willpower.
Okay, can I use one willpower then?
You can use 1 willpower to reroll up to 3 non-hunger dice. Whatever you rolled on your hunger dice you're stuck with.
I got a 6 on my hunger dice. The thing is that I have a 6 and a 0. It's supposed to be 3 dice, right? Because I have 2 for dex, and then I have 1 for larceny.
Yeah, so it's 3 dice, yeah.
Yeah, so I used the pink dice for it. So it was a 6, and a 0.
Okay.
Well, that's good though.
Yeah. 3 successes.
Guess I stick with it. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to I'm like I told you, I'm trying to feel around.
Yeah. He's not unaccustomed to that kind of action. How many successes did Manny get? Julio? Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, it was 6 successes.
6 successes, yeah.
Oh boy.
There's a moment while Ivory's talking that you feel the gentlest of little fingers just kind of
Grabbing his ass.
just kind of pushing pockets open, reaching in like a slithering snake. It is super light, very trained, but just given who you are and what you do, this is not something that you are unfamiliar with.
How far are we from the wall?
Oh, you're up against the wall.
Okay.
The couch is up against the wall.
Okay. So I get up. I push against the wall. and whoever's in the middle. I get real close and I say, "Hey, dinner and a movie first, take me out, give me some romance before you decide to get a little handsy."
As he says that, she like pops out of obscura and kisses him right on the cheek and says, "I missed you, baby." Manny, Julio, you should really watch what's been going on between these two.
But you see Kathy pop out of obfuscate. Everybody sees Kathy pop out of obfuscate.
I should have known.
No. And Otis just kind of smiles. I was wondering where she was.
Like as she gets really close to Manny, she opens up his pants and sticks the gun right where his penis is and says, "That's for you," and walks away.
Yipe.
Ooh, baby, I get a tip too. Oof.
You get
I
your
should
own
come
gun
here
back.
more often.
If you two are done flirting, Otis comes over and sits down on the couch next to where Manny was.
Ivory will go sit down across from them.
So
I'll
nothing
sit
on,
next to Ivory.
nothing on Jackson then.
Um,
How can I help you then, Miss Larson?
Kathy goes to stand behind Ivory and she's like, "Hey, how's Colson doing? He's still mad at me?"
He does not forget or forgive easily.
No.
When we last spoke, you asked us to help you. For information.
You have it then. You have some.
Possibly. But I don't know if I need that information anymore.
How so?
Well, the information I was asking for before, I've gotten elsewhere.
She taps Ivory on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, I have a question.
Oh.
The peanut gallery. Why is it you're asking us to dig dirt on Grant when you're bringing him to the table? Is it like Thanksgiving and we weren't invited?"
He seems unfazed by the question, and there's a simple eyebrow raise. The issue of Grant Reynolds, a complicated one, to say the least.
I can imagine.
Kathy blinks her eyes a few times. I keep hearing that word, complicated.
I am open to using him as a tool to rid ourselves of Hyde. With a united front, deal with him.
But see, that's not the take, though. The take is you want to bring him to the table and bring him over to the side so that he can join us or you or whatever the case may be.
If he is willing to throw away his past with a Sabbat and renounce his anarch ways, I see no reason why I should turn away a vampire for what he's done in the past.
I slap Carl. I'm like, "I told you he knew about the Sabbat."
I never said he didn't.
I love that. Told you. Never doubted it for a second. Thank you. Was this the only bit of information you were bringing to me, or?
No. I am not sure if you already know this information. What we have is some proof of it. But
what do you know? What do you know about Hyde and his current dealings going on?
Only what Mr. Poole has brought to my table.
And what exactly is that? I've gotten better at this game.
I know that Hyde has lost 3 of his primogen, I know that he is as liquid as possible. First Praxis war he's been a part of, but it will be the last.
Not the first. Was another one?
Speaking of Praxis, the last time you were there.
Last time wasn't Praxis. Last time was an assault.
Yes, but
It was a coup.
did you actually see the Justicar put Hyde in place?
No.
Oh,
No, the Archon.
Hyde put me in torpor before any of the situation happened. If it wasn't for Manny and Coulson, I would not be here talking to you right now. When I awoke, Hyde was Prince.
I see.
that's about the same information we have.
What does this have to do with Grant Reynolds?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if you would know something that we would want.
Oh, this game ain't getting us anywhere, Ivory.
It's barely started.
I seem to be at a disadvantage, given that all three of you are members of clans known for information gathering. It's going to be hard pressed for me to have something that you don't already know.
I mean, you do has the Nurse Feratu on your side. I would think that by now they would have benefited some way.
He turns to Manny. You've benefited some way ever since we first got together.
Yeah, man. I know many things. I know that sky is blue. I know that the ducks migrate south in the winter, and I know that bear shit in the woods. I mean, I know many things. You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific about what you want.
All right. Here's Tulip. Her exact locations, please.
If Tulip wanted to be found, she would tell you where she is.
And that's the type of information we have. She looks at Ivory, puts her hands over her head.
I guess my question to you, Mr. King, is are you going to take down Hyde physically, or are you going to go the political route?
I can tell you one of them over there has the package to do it.
I've
Manny
danced.
fingers the gun.
Easy. This is a safe space.
It's like it's demonetized.
He tilts his head. Given that the last time there was any physicality between the two of us, I ended up in torpor. I've not looking forward to a repeat of that. Hoping it doesn't come sort of physical altercation. If it does,
Not sure. Shit, I'm hoping for the opposite.
There is a reason cars are around, aside from his arm.
I don't see Hyde as willingly walking away.
Well, no.
Neither do I.
He's Prince because the Archon said he was Prince. Correct.
If
Yeah, but we know
we
that's a
are
lie.
to believe the word of the permit.
We know that's a lie. All of us here know
Well.
that's a lie.
No, that's a lie. I have reason to believe it's a lie. Manny has reason to believe it's a lie.
We can tell you it's a lie. But we want something in return.
We have proof that there is foul play in that regard.
I want 3 pieces of information. I want to know where Teddy is and how we can find him. I want to know where Tulip is and how we can find her. And I want to know what benefit you think. Yes.
That's what you personally want.
Never mind.
I will say, Miss Larson, that if you have proof, nothing's stopping you from taking it to Archon or Justicar. What good would I do with your proof, given the position that I'm in?
And that may be the route we go. But the question is, could it be of use to you? And from what I understand, you don't have any more of my clan in your area.
I don't. I don't have many Toreador in West Salem.
At this time, we don't necessarily want to come right out and say we are going to West Salem for myriads of reasons. If we were to decide that you were the better choice.
I mean, we're sitting main reason, I would think.
It is one of them, yes. But I think our situation and where we're sitting right now would be of more use to you. Now, the question is, what can you do for us?
I named a few things.
Given that you're mostly the other side of the river where I have the most influence, not a lot that I Larson. Now, but I'd like to invest in a futures, diversify your portfolio for things to come. We're talking about prospects.
I'm always interested in prospects.
Kathy pokes Ivory and be like, look, we got a whole new president campaign going on here. Oh, look at his vice president sitting right there, too. He's trying to nominate us so that we can be on his side.
I mean, it is no secret that Manny Garza is my sheriff. John Colson is my seneschal. I haven't really found the place for Dimitri Portugan, but sure I can figure out something for him and Fat Raccoon too.
What information do you think it would take to take down Hyde?
Had a route, where he is most likely to be, had any connections to either of his close friends would be willing to put him up for a day or two.
Kathy raises her hand.
Otis isn't. This isn't his place.
No, she's answering the question. As in, I have a way to make that happen. And I have an idea of how to get his route.
What's your idea?
Well.
I already know that he's liquidating and he's driving around in a very convenient. She does like this for a circle. I can figure out a couple stops, and I have a couple ideas on where he would be put up.
Where?
You know my terms. We can even play the game.
Rude negotiator, Miss Larson. I don't think that the whole coterie would be with the information he's asking for.
Of course not, but one of those tidbits would do. And she looks at Manny. No, sharing is caring.
So there is one thing that might be a question that you will need to deal with. What if Geraldine's not dead?
She throws her hand up. Well, there goes that.
No, we don't know that for sure yet. But
If she isn't, where is she then? Let Hyde run amok city?
She really can't.
that's not the question. The question is, what do you do if she is?
She's got you by the balls there. And like she slaps. Come on.
He leans over to Manny. Thing I hadn't thought about.
I mean, I thought I saw her die, but you got better.
Did you see her die? Or did you see her staked?
It was a difficult night, but yeah, definitely saw her staked.
She didn't really die.
If
And
she's still alive, if she still wants princedom, I would back Geraldine.
That's good to know. And we have your word on that, just in case.
That's the least I can do for her.
I hope to have something more definitive on that later. I do not know right now. But I have a way to possibly find out.
Given your connection to her, Carson, hope you're not setting yourself up for great. Deal with her loss once already. Force yourself to go.
We should know for sure.
I'm gonna back that.
For your bid for Prince, if nothing else, we should know for sure. Be quite embarrassing if she showed up after you took it.
It would.
No.
Kindred go missing here and there. I know that before Grant Reynolds showed up, there was an Yvette Morrison that was set to lead an anarch council a bid to take the city. Haven't heard I nor hear of her.
You were speaking of as well that obviously Kathy has laid out her terms. Do you have anyone in mind to take control of, say, the airport area of Salem? Because that would be more of my interest.
I haven't even begun to think about giving up domain Salem proper. I'm still trying to find homes for all the places that Nosferatu found themselves in West Salem.
But yes, we were speaking of future though. So that would be my boon if you were to secure my help.
Make a note of that, Manny. Keller wants to have the airport area.
Noted. Keller likes planes.
If we're talking about what we want, well, as you said, you have no other toreadors. And I doubt you'd want the ones here.
I have never had an ill word to say about right. Mr. Davies and I have never had ill will towards each other that I know of. But I also
yes, but he's deep in the pocket. Deep.
I have heard that he is holding the coattails of one Garter. But I also haven't exchanged words with him since before Geraldine. And he turns to Manny. Do you remember Mr. Davies at all, Manny?
Not off the top of my head. Only toreador I ever even spoke to was Geraldine. And well, that piece of shit Garter.
Manny, not a mixed.
Oh, my apologies.
Oh, don't.
Fine.
The man has not even thought to say hi to me.
Extremely rude.
How dare
Yes, especially in our clan.
Strange.
That's also information, Ivory.
Somebody should demand satisfaction.
Volunteer.
Right. So I have one ask for domain. I have one ask for permanence. I have ask for the location of a Nosferatu and an infiltrating species. Is that it? Extent of your demands at this point?
I wouldn't call them demands, more so than gentle suggestions and requests.
Ivory?
Right now, we are in a position that we can get information because we have actually been asked by the Permagin Council to find out things. So we have their own seal to go out and find out this information.
He pats, with the back of his hand, he pats Manny's knee. Have the Primogen seal.
Fancy.
The princes.
And the Prince's seal.
Oh, fancy air.
Ivory, I don't think we're winning this very much. In fact, I think they're mocking us. Can I make it like
You know they're mocking.
Of course. Be like, and she looks over and she's like, they don't think we're capable of doing anything. They don't think we're capable of having information.
I'm fully aware that you're capable of covered so many things already. We've had the Prince's seal of approval. Where's that Prince? Not to twist the blade or something.
Well, we can only hope the same thing happens to Hyde. Anyway.
In that we are agreed.
I mean, I've spent my life sucking up to men who don't deserve it. I know how to play that game. I can play it if I need to. However, I would rather not.
Has been noted.
Sucking a woman is so much better. I feel that if we're going to keep having these lovely conversations about what we might or might not know, maybe we should come up with some solid plans on how to fix the Hyde problem if we're all going to work together.
I mean,
well, we're still waiting to find out, are we?
Together?
That's the question.
This is some really bad foreplay, guys.
Yeah, I've seen worse.
I am left unsatisfied.
Patience.
Hyde has declared well, I do know one place he's going to be. For sure.
I'm listening.
No. Mm-mm. And she taps her. No, because you still haven't given us any information. We've done all the talking.
You have not agreed to our suggestions.
She like slaps her on the shoulder. That's my girl.
Manny, do we have any conflicting interests with their demand? Their act?
For the most part, no. For the most part.
What does that mean?
You imagine a scenario that would lead us to with any of these.
I don't see any issue.
So to be sure we're on the same page, an airport domain, emergency, information on where to find the Simitsi Teddy and your sire, Tulip. This is the list, correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna interject here. Kathy, you don't want to know where she is.
You let me be the choice of that. You let me be the choice in that.
Why?
Because she doesn't want her to know where she is.
Is that why does everyone keep saying that? Like she doesn't even give Ivory a job. Why? What did I fucking do to deserve such the disrespect being left abandoned by myself without a clan? Fuck you. I have a right to know. I am going to know regardless what you want.
Is it for Kathy's protection?
Fuck my protection.
It's not my place to say why she doesn't want to be found.
I gave you back your gun.
I have plenty. You want one?
Would it be possible to get a letter from Tulip, at least? Something.
Letter. What?
If you want me to contact her, I will contact her.
I can contact her. That's not the request. Where the fuck is my sire? Guys, I'm not trying to get like intense at all, and I apologize if I'm coming off.
No.
How you doing? Fine.
Otis just kind of smiles. Looks like there's been some crossed wires. I'm gonna give you guys some time to iron out the kinks.
I'll give you a kink right up your ass. She says it under her breath.
We can't iron anything out without. She leans forward to Otis and goes, I can't control her. If that's what you're asking.
This is why I don't have a father.
And I'm not sure why Tulip decided that we were going to have to take care of her, but
I have been useful.
you have. And that's not the part that's the problem. But
I have never met an Nosferatu I didn't like. But yours definitely does push the limit.
Just to be clear here, what you're asking us is to betray Tulip's trust.
I am simply asking for the whereabouts. There's no
that's
way
not
she would
simple
know.
in this world.
Listen, there's no way she would know that I would know unless I went looking for her. But at least I know where she is.
Look, it's your call, Manny. Man.
You could see her, like Kathy, getting like extremely red, considering like
How-
under the mask, like her neck and her hands are getting extremely red.
Kathy, instead of knowing where she is, how about setting up a meeting?
Question. Will the crypto thing,
Hmm?
would that be enough?
You haven't learned anything.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to learn the secret. This is the secret. My question is, would a meeting be enough, or would I need to know where she is?
Given that you don't have any assurance that she'll show up to said meeting, I don't think it's enough.
Okay, thank you. No. In character. No. I want to know where Tulip is. I don't know how to make that any. Here, let me say it in a way you'll understand. Fucking tell me. Sorry, guys.
Listening.
I'm trying to be. No, I'm getting tired of being told that I shouldn't know because somebody else is thinking that it's better for me. I am not a child. I am simply looking for my sire. The moment you give me that information, I will be okay.
Thanks, Manny. Friend. And mate.
What the fuck am I?
Give me a week.
A week? Fuck you. I need to know now. Fuck you. I will take you upstairs and fuck you right now. I need now.
You are upstairs. Anyway.
As tempting as that is.
I love you, my love.
The only upstairs there is the.
Yeah.
Under
Best
starlight,
place.
even perfect.
It's snowing.
Oh.
Never mind.
Even
Vampires
better.
don't care about cold.
I need to know now. Today. You want our information? It is that good of information. It could literally make all your dreams come true. Between me, and she points to Ivory, her, I can promise you'll walk out here with a plethora of knowledge you don't even imagine. If it's worth that to you, you'll tell me. I don't know if
You know
plethora
what
is
a
used by
plethora is?
That's what I said.
Ivory leans over to Carl and says
Shut up.
to him, something seems off.
In what way?
Does Manny recognize the itch?
Manny's been there.
Are we talking about the wee one or?
I can't remember. Can Carl calm the beast? Does she know if I can't remember?
I don't remember. Hold on.
I've never seen
I don't
Carl
thi-
calm any beast.
No, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that's part of. I mean, I can shut
That's
it
not-
down.
Well,
question.
no.
Bill, if I get aggravated enough, can I bite somebody?
I mean, you could do anything you want.
Whatever you want to do.
Oh, God.
This is why I love playing with Jess, man.
He will set a caravan
It's been
on
a
fire.
ride. It's been a ride.
She will set a cart on fire.
I'm thinking that this is where this is going to end up.
Admit to it behind bars.
Wake up the judge in the middle of the night.
Yeah. So, Otis kind of stands up. I know where you stand. It's fine with all of you to give Manny time to deal with Tulip. I can be back.
Oh, crap.
I don't have a problem with that. There's not exactly a time on concern at this particular moment.
Perhaps.
A week is not.
Yeah.
A week is not enough. It's not going to mess with anything. I don't think.
Since we're all in agreement, Manny, you have a week to figure out what to do with Tulip or our associate over here.
I'm sorry, what happened?
If,
We're agreeing to give him the week.
yeah, there's
No, I'm not. No. No week. No.
Overruled.
There's no guarantee that in a week there will be information to be had.
I guarantee
This
that
needs
there's
to
information down now.
I have the information, so does she. Now. We have been waiting patiently. No. Now. No.
I think you need to learn patience.
I'm not going to be patient.
Ivory, for the first time, really looks at Manny.
It's not often that Manny's uncomfortable.
I have not been around many of your clan.
Mhm.
The ones I have been, it's been an interesting experience. Is
We are
this
nothing if not interesting.
And she glances over at Kathy. Is this part of your clan?
Manny's gonna stand up. He's gonna walk up to Kathy, take her by the arm, pull her aside. Gonna get real close to her ear, and he's going to whisper to her what we discussed, Will.
oh. About your secret.
Yeah.
Okay. That will snap Kathy out of it.
What's the secret?
You,
Yeah,
I will,
really.
I will message you privately.
All right.
Aww.
But it is a large truth that only in this room 3 people know.
Uh, if that's the case, she like kind of like wraps her arms around Manny and just gives him like a full on kiss, tongue and all, and she says, "I love you." And then she walks back to the couch. Like it's like one of those like when you bend the soldier over kind of kiss. She kind of just like gives in to him and then walks away. Manny, this has been going on since like Julio. This has been going on since like day 1 of Manny. I'm just letting you know. I
Love
didn't
it.
even know he was your character until like 2 sessions later.
I like the mental image that like Manny's actually like the nurse in the scenario. He's just letting himself be carried down. Yes.
Absolutely.
I almost have this visual of like you being so surprised by the move that you actually drop the bag of meat. Like it just slides out of your fingertips.
Coño.
Are you gonna tell her everything or just the heart of the secret?
The heart of the secret. Let's not get too carried away. All right,
Okay.
enough to snap her out of it.
All right, so nothing about the parties.
Yeah. No, absolutely not. Never.
Okay.
Like,
Is it because I'm a lady? It's okay. I understand.
Yeah, you know, he's a gentleman.
Exactly. But he does not tell me about Tulip.
No.
My quest continues.
and I hope that you
Yes, but
understand
not quite as
Yeah,
the amount of
fervently.
trust that I'm
Vehemently.
putting in you.
I understand.
Ivory looks over at Kathy. Better?
She touches her chip. Yeah. A lot actually.
Excellent. Can we wait the week?
Well, no, we're good. I'll
Good
fucking
to
find
know.
her on my own. I do want to know though. Do we know where Teddy is?
Are you asking that in character?
Yes. Do you guys actually know where he is, or do you have like an idea?
We have ideas.
Fair.
The only thing I can say for free, given our game tonight, is that what I've heard is he is being kept close at hand with a tight leash.
With Sasha Weisgos.
I didn't say.
She smiles at him, and then she smiles and winks, and she's like, "Tit for tat."
Miss Larson, you've given me plenty to think about. Much more work to put into practice. There's nothing else. I have to share the bad news with Mr. Coulson.
And what's that?
We're going to be dealing with you more often.
Now, do you consider her part of, because she was a little unsure.
He's with you.
She looks.
Yes, she's in our coterie, but
No, see, Ivory, you're not getting the point. They don't want me.
Don't say that, baby. I want you.
Oh.
Until I hear otherwise or you change things on your own, with you. Part of your group. I don't put people on the cold. And get to where I am by burning bridges.
Yes, but she told us that she pledged to you. You did.
Like as she says that, I hit her a couple times. I'm like, stop it.
But he was part of it. I'm just trying to establish.
I don't consider anything from a fledgling to be put in stone.
She flicks him off.
But if your group is someone I can count on, they're part of your group.
What does that mean?
That didn't answer the question, but okay.
At all.
Ventru gonna Ventru.
So nothing's a done deal, but all parties have been given something to think about, I think. Hush.
Hey, if you ever get kicked out, I got a place for you.
Hey, don't make me a promise that you can't keep.
If we're done flirting, Manny, I think go.
Oh, but we were gonna have so much fun in the bedroom. Why are you gonna take him so soon?
That's on your own time, dear.
I know, she's waving as she's saying it, by the way.
But he comes over, Otis comes over and just shakes. Solidify the moment and the terms out in the show you that he does mean business.
So that
Shake back.
just to clarify, he's saying to give him a week to give him the information of Tulip. Like, what was that?
Yes, that was the main thing.
Okay.
And to make sure there were no conflicts, I think, with any of the other promises. But
I say we tie him to a chair. I don't trust him.
Kathy.
Look, come back.
Fine.
I mean, there's
There
three
are
of
guests.
you. There's three of you, and Manny is built for combat.
And
Three of
none
you
of
are
us
not.
are.
He might like that too much.
There's a reason he's the sheriff
Of course.
of Salem.
And tie me to a chair. Don't threaten me with a good time.
I've been waiting to say that line the entire time you guys have been flirting.
Yeah.
Oh, but I love Julio.
If there's
He's my
nothing else, Otis will make his way out.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah.
It's hard for someone with no lips to blow a kiss, but Manny somehow manages.
She catches it and puts it to her hat. Till next time, babe.
And as Otis King and Manny Garza make their way back to West Salem, I think this is a good point to call it for tonight.
Works for me.
And if there's nothing else pressing, I think we can jump forward the week. Next session opens up with Kathy getting her answer. And that way we can handle Carl Stain.
Oh,
Who's
So,
Carl Stain?
He did a bad thing. You weren't there.
I let a little anger take control.
Yeah, so you have one stain, and you have a humanity of 7. So you got 2 spaces in between. So you're going to roll 2 dice.
Okay.
All you need is love.
All I need is love.
Yeah. Do.
Okay.
But let me know what you get.
I got an 8 and a 2.
Okay. Luckily, the week is going to give you time to digest what you had to do, deal with the ramifications of it, come to the realization that, whatever helps you can sleep during the day, you're a monster after all. You're going to do monstrous things. But you managed to hold on to that little shred of your humanity and not suffer any loss.
Okay. Good to know.
But yeah, as always, I want to thank you guys for letting me take you down the rabbit hole further. I don't know what I would do without such an eclectic group of people. But as always, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank the audience for tuning in. I want to thank my friend Paul for gifting me with this, and I say that loosely because I will have to pay for this monster of a computer that's running so beautifully. 60 frames per second. Never went above 0.7 CPU usage, so I'm excited to see what I can do in the future. But as always, I want to give you guys a chance to plug whatever you're up to. So we're gonna start with you, Ivory. What are you up to? Where can people find you on the internet if you want to be found?
I say I have a Twitch channel. I haven't really done anything on it very much lately. But I do have an Instagram that has a bunch of pretty pictures on it. If you like landscapes, I've taken a lot of photos in a lot of different places. The name is Lockgen.
Okay.
So check it out if you like pretty pictures.
Yeah, make sure to follow as soon as we're done. Jess, what are you up to, and do you want people to find you on the internet, and where would that be if you do?
I have no places. I am not an internet type girl.
Okay, noted. Carl, what are you up to, and where can people find you on the internet if you want to be found?
Pretty much you can find me on Twitter as an advocate, mostly just reposting and retweeting stuff. But I do have the Movie Bros podcast where we review at least one old and one new movie every week or so, and try to at least make them somewhat synergistic. But yeah, you can find us at Movie Bros on YouTube, and all the other platforms.
Perfect. And Manny, Julio, thank you so much for being a guest on our episode tonight. I hope that I lived up to the standard that you set for Manny Garza. Because everybody that like I said, everybody that has had to deal with Manny Garza is always like, this guy's an asshole. And I'm just like, no, man, that's how he is at first. But you're lovable.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you.
I always thought Manny was interesting, how you portrayed him. So
what are you up to? Where can people find you on the internet if you want to be found?
You're muted.
Yep.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm just along for the ride whenever something like this happens. I'm super grateful that I get to play games with you guys. And other than that, yeah, I'm just a guy.
I mean,
Perfect.
You should come on more often.
Yeah, he has another game that he plays, so he has other friends.
Right. And if it was any more between you two, it'd be OnlyFans. So we need.
don't be giving away your fee for free.
Yeah.
No, I've known Julio forever, like forever.
Yeah.
I've known him since before I had kids.
I know that when I do plan my little Saturday foray, I do want to run a World War II mage game.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I know Julio's at the top of my list to contact. So
you know how much I love World War II mage, bro.
I know.
Ich liebe World War II mage.
So, as always, please take care of yourselves. Please know that it is okay to not be okay. We take mental health on the channel very seriously. If you feel like you need help and you're watching live on Twitch, there's phone numbers going up in our Twitch chat. If you're watching on YouTube, they'll be in the description box, so you can have access to that. But just know that there are people out there who want to help you, who are willing to take the time to just sit there with you and walk you through whatever you need, whatever bridge you need to cross. They will help you. So just be aware there are resources out there for you. If you're not in the United States, there's a link as well to direct you to the places nearest you. There's, I think, over 160 countries represented on the list. So just know that wherever you are, there are resources to help you get around and to help you kind of deal with the demons that you feel are subjugating you in your everyday to day life, or whatever. Everyone's depression is different, but just know that there are people out there that can help you face them and come out as unscathed as possible. Uh, but as always, I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you guys for allowing me to run what is going to be a praxis war. Um, as we get closer and closer to two Ventru facing off against each other. But as always, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will see you when we see you. Have a good night, guys. Bye.
Adios.